See, if I had a mirror behind the camera, I could always see what the hell's going on. That would be wonderful.
Hey guys, welcome back to Live from the Living Room with Nakia and Danza. Today we're going to be talking about how to separate the actor from the person.
Oh, she act like we really had an agenda. We gonna be talking about every damn thing. And she didn't even do it in alphabetical order. She'd probably be on the couch with Danza and Nakia. No, that was petty.
First of all,
that was just fun. If it's not petty, it's not funny.
We're doing it by children first.
Then my kid is older.
No,
Lose, lose, lose.
I'm younger.
That's what you have to do. Sometimes you just kick yourself in the butt, and I thank her for coming over and kicking me in mine.
I don't have any acting homework.
Okay, see these little jabs? It's like Brandy and Monica over here.
That scene was
mine. Hey, look at that non-harmony. We killed it though.
So I'm going to be from the UK. Hello, my name is Natalie, and today we're going to be talking about how to pull off the perfect European accent. Can you imagine saying Bomber Clyde in a UK accent?
Who is Clyde?
Bomber Clyde.
Who is Clyde?
And why did they bomb him?
Where did they bomb Clyde? It's Clot.
Clot?
Clot?
Oh.
Who is Clyde?
Anyway.
And I am tasked with editing this garbage.
I do have a question though.
Yes.
So, how do you, like, okay, you cool with a lot of people, right? And say you have like a project that's coming into the works that you want to do. But you real cool with the person, right? And they want to be in the film, but their acting is not necessarily what you're looking for the part that they want.
That, dear girl, is called auditions.
Right.
You audition people. That's easy.
But I've seen it a lot where people get put into movies despite their acting abilities because they're cool with the person who's directing the film.
Well, there's two things. Either you audition, you pick the best. I've chosen people over myself who I thought was better than the part because I was trying to get the best film. Or two, you find people that are teachable. That because some people, if they look the role, it's going to bypass talent. That's just what it is. You can't have somebody that's 6'4", you need somebody that's 5'5".
Right.
You know what I mean? But if they're teachable, you can still add them to a role and make it work. It just, there's just different circumstances.
But I'm talking about, for a fact.
So you're just being specific. You'd be like, look, this one time at band camp, such and such got a role I think they got. This isn't a general, how do you get somebody to fit a role? Yours is specific.
Yeah.
Such and such got a role that I don't think they should have had.
But I think it does a disservice to the actor who got the role because it doesn't necessarily shine a light on their abilities or make them, it just doesn't look good for them in that role.
I think it's a teachable something for all of us. You to just know to always do your best acting.
Stop trying to be neutral.
Mine it isn't neutral. Everybody knows me. I'm always 100. Good, bad, or ugly is 100. But mine is always doing your best service to yourself.
Right.
That's where your loyalty should lie. Mine is. It's not so much as loyalty, but if I'm still doing a service to myself, doing my best work and still being honest if asked, then I'm not losing anything. So it's not just being diplomatic. Mine is I do try to stay mostly positive, and if asked, I'm always going to give an honest answer. And that's not always the answer people want to hear, but it's always an honest answer. So
I do agree that sometimes people pick a group of people that they want to work with because they know their history, they know their punctuality, they know their acting ability, they know that they're going to be on time, so they have their little crew that they have put together, right, that they want to consistently work with because they know their ability. But then there are other people that just get roles because they cool with the director, and to me I feel like it does a disservice to the actor because you're not really telling that actor that wasn't good.
I mean, they'll get it because when content is put out, your audience will let you know at the end of the day.
So you're saying, let me not be the director and let this person know that their acting ability wasn't up to par for this role. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and let them see for themselves through other people that this necessarily wasn't a good role for them. That way, I can still be the good guy by letting them be in my film because we're cool, and I don't have to tell them that they didn't do a good job.
Our job is not to worry about things that we can't control. If it's our content, do the best content we can. We hire people that do the job we need them to do. But if we are the ones being hired, our job is to put our energy into doing the best job we can do and stop worrying about everybody else. If our job is to act, if we're putting our energy into directing, we're not doing the best job we can do. So our job is to do that job we are hired for and let somebody else worry about the rest. So we're doing our best performance.
I get that. So, but I'm not talking about being hired. I'm talking about somebody just sliding in because they know somebody.
But I understand that. But my thing is,
so you said it transitions to that higher role.
No, I'm just saying, in the scheme of things, what if we're irritated by it? What is our role in it? Where are we affected? So we are using our energy, being irritated by somebody else's opportunity, their chance, whether we think they deserve it or not. We are misusing our own energy. We are misguiding our own energy. My energy is to making sure that somebody else isn't thinking the same thing about me, and I'm missing an opportunity because of that. Right. I'm trying to hone my talent. I'm trying to see maybe someone else's talent so I can hire them for a film instead of trying to discredit or see what someone else is going wrong. What can I do better so I don't fall into that category or be seen like that? I'm trying to get better, and you know what I mean? I'm trying to focus on me because I ain't got it all together yet. So
that's a good perspective. And I guess for me, it goes back to like worrying about your own, like, you know, worry about what you got going on. But sometimes, you know, when I started acting, I was a bit disgruntled because I felt like people were getting roles over me because of who they knew, who the director was, or they had that bond, which isn't necessarily always a bad thing because, again, they know that person more than they know me. They know their punctuality. They know that they can get through the scenes in a certain amount of time, and I'm just coming on board. So why would I get that chance over that person who they already know?
And if you look at any industry, they always say it's who you know because people don't want to waste money. You want people that are reliable. Like, I already know this person's work, so that's how it rolls. When we come into it, like you said, it's when you're first coming into stuff. Anything you're in, you're military. People pay their dues. People go with who they trust. If you're in the field with somebody, I've heard about you, but I don't know you. Right. So if somebody has to cover my back, it has to be somebody I know that's going to cover my back. You can't. There are no second chances in some things. So we all have to, you know, pay our respects and get our name out there. We all start from the bottom. We all started that same exact way. Like my first roles, people were like, I don't know you. And I couldn't be mad about that. Like, you're right. I don't know me. I don't know if I can do it either. I have to come out here and just give it the best I can and just prove myself. You know, we all do scut work at first. You hear scut work, that's from Grey's Anatomy. Scut work. We're interns. We do it for cheap. We do it for free. We work our way up there until I can be a, so I can be a resident and then a attending. Oh, okay. So we can get to be attending and then one day chief.
So the moral of the story is, worry about yourself.
And then the people you hire. Hustle until your haters ask you, are you hiring?
Do you creating content? Creating content. I feel like people have gotten to the point they're like, why do I have to go begging somebody for work? I can create my own work. You know, it may not be the best, but the more you work at it, the better you get. So for me, that kind of leads into the topic of entrepreneurship versus being an employee, because I've been seeing a lot of that on Facebook. A lot of people, like when this COVID first started happening, everybody was like, you need to have 15 streams of income. You need to own your own business. Stop working for the man, you know, because your job isn't secure. Your boss can fire you today and da-da-da-da, which is very true. But entrepreneurship, just like anything else in the world, is unpredictable. You don't know. You don't know what you're going to...
streams of income, like I said, you have a great job. You work for the man. But that's one form of income, so that's not to be discounted. That's a great form of income. You act. That's another form of income. So
I also have stocks.
None of them should be discounted. So it's not like stop working for the man. Why? Like that's a great form of income and it's consistent. So
but I felt like I was being bullied.
Oh please, people are gonna say what they say. You do what's comfortable for you. You do what works for you. You've earned that. You've done it for a long time. You're a veteran, and you have to do what works for you. And it's not like you just sitting doing one thing. You don't have all your eggs in one basket. You do a plethora of things in different ranges of things. So keep doing what works for you. Yeah, and you study stuff. You try to expand in different things. Just find out what it is that you like to do. Find out what you're good at and do it.
Yeah. That's been my thing. It's like I've been trying to force myself to find a niche so that I could create a business entity and then try to establish an LLC and then get customers or provide some kind of product or service. Like, I don't even know where to start with all of that. You know, I just feel like if I was going to be a business owner, I want to do it in the way that I want to do it, and not because I feel like people are pushing me to do it. And somebody's got to be an employee. If everybody's a business owner, who gonna do the work for you when you out?
Well, business owners purchase from other business owners, though.
I get that, but you still need somebody to do some things for you, right?
I mean, like sole proprietorships, like nobody works for me.
But what's gonna happen when your business starts to take off and you can't keep up with the orders?
Oh, you keep on speaking that statement. But you're an actor. That is a business.
Eventually, you're gonna need, whether it be teams or somebody trying to get into the industry that you're in, to come in and say, hey, I will intern for you. You teach me how to do your job.
But you are a business because you act.
Right.
So if there's something about making that a business that can make it easier for you financially, it's something worth looking into, but not going off and trying to, make yourself crazy about, well, do I need to make clothing with it? Does that mean the kid, the actress, and try to, I wouldn't do something to make yourself crazy about it. But if it's something that you've earned already because you do meetings, you are subscribing to things that have to do with your acting, and there's some way that's a write-off, why not get your money back? And if it has to do with a business, I would look into it. I don't know the ins and outs of that, but it's worth looking into if it's saving you money because you work for it. Get your money back.
I love doing like production stuff behind the scenes. I wanted to create my own or become my own entity. Like, I come on your set and help you produce.
But as a consultant.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
And then you pay me for my time and my knowledge, So
you've been very good at that. Raven is really good at that. That would definitely be something you guys should be consulting.
I love Raven.
Me too.
I just love her. Speaking of the consulting thing, we're going down a rabbit hole here.
We're supposed to, because this is supposed to be just talks on the couch.
I have been, I would say inadvertently expressed to that if your resume doesn't look a certain way, who are you to be able to do certain things, say certain things? Like directing, for instance. I've never directed, right? I've acted, but I've never directed. But it does not mean that I don't have the capability. And I'm just speaking for me because I know me, but I'm speaking in general for people who may be dealing with the same issues. Like, that one thing, like, how can you gain experience if nobody's willing to give you that experience, right? So I'm not saying I'm about to go on the Hollywood set and be like, hey, Will Smith, I need you to,
just, this may work for you a little better than what you've been doing.
But
lick your teeth.
To say that I can't have an opinion on something, or be able to consult on something because you feel like I have no resources to back up my knowledge or whatever. Like, I feel like some people just have innate abilities to do things, whether you did it for work or you did it, like people who are in therapy. Like, you're a good person to talk to. If I had some issues going on, I'd call Benza, but you ain't got you ain't have no social worker behind your name, but that doesn't mean that you wouldn't make a good social worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's an innate ability that you have to be able to listen and to empathize and to be able to talk people through things.
So thank you.
So I said all that to say is, like, I've been, and I know other people that have been discredited for their advice or their consultations or their opinions because they feel like, oh, you ain't got no resume to back it up. Or
I think that's always, and this, of course, this is opinion because, like you said, I don't have no damn resume either. So I think it's just where you give it and if it's solicited or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I didn't have, like you said, you don't have the experience until you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never go on anyone's set and direct a damn thing unless they ask.
Oh yeah, I never do that.
So, and that's where you get it. So my first direction was when I was asked to do. Otherwise, it's always bad taste. I would never direct anybody like a co-actor, even though you always want to be like, well, if we did it like this. so that's,
and then that confuses the actor too, because if you have the director trying to tell you what to do,
so I wouldn't do that. But stand your ground. If you are brought on because somebody respected your opinion enough to ask you to direct, then you have to stand your ground and do that. You know, respectfully, of course, but then you do that. That's how you build your reputation and your respect. So if somebody respects your opinion enough to bring you on their project and ask you to direct, then you do that, especially as women, because people like to, you know, kind of be like, no, okay, and I understand that, or whatever your credit is, respectfully, this is the vision, this is how we're going to do it. And they have to be professional enough to accept direction too. And that's just how I think you would build your credit in that way. Yeah. But it's just in how you do anything, especially when you're new and building something. It's just in how you do it, and you know.
Well, shout out to my good friends Iroro Beje Owoso and my new friend.
You said her name so good.
Kendall Perryman, who gave me the pleasure of directing their recent Catholic Christian program that is currently being edited. So shout out to Roro Beje and Kendall, and I appreciate you guys for letting me come on set and direct that for you. And I was so excited, and I'm looking forward to more projects. So
amen. And she said your name twice to show off, because she know I be trying to say your name. And
Roro Beje
Roro Beje.
Owoso.
She knows I love your name.
Make sure you put the little ting in there when I wink. Ting.
Roro Beje Owoso.
Owoso.
I did it that time. I trying to say it correctly without. See, I can do it if I read it and sound it out, but I just. It's like her name's like a song.
Listen, I got Nigerian somewhere in my bloodstream. That's why I'm able to.
I was promised a DNA kit for Christmas from so many people, but I don't get it. So I don't know what the hell goes on over here.
The African ancestry, or are you doing the 23andMe, or are you doing
anything? I'm just curious. But
I be seeing the bands in the grocery stores. Does that count? You know,
I think they owe me money. Her name is Beloved Banzilla, but yeah, I think they owe me money. I should be a brand ambassador. But I think they want me to look healthy, look like I done ate them though, because I don't look like I done ate nothing but bacon.
You know, every time I used to see what I say, bands and make them dance.
Bands and make them dance. But I can't do none of that either. Nothing has to do with exercise or good food. I am not a good representative of it at this time. And we're just gonna keep blaming COVID and the stress of Trump. We're gonna do that.
I have learned so much during this conversation we had that I am a bit self-centered in the acting community, and I feel so entitled to something that I did not work for. So
that is hysterical. I feel like, you know, you need something like your polos, like where they don't come through, but something pushes it. I feel like
it's like a laxative. It's pushing it right through.
I feel like maybe I can get through my monologue. Go try Jim Doherty's class. Get out of your normal. Get your life together. Because I feel like such a better actress. So just getting back on camera feels a lot better. Editing is not going to be fun. This might just go full length, skip ahead.
I do co-sign Jim though. We just did some headshots, and he actually had me acting through my headshots to get those facial expressions. That was so amazing. Never had that experience before, so it was very unique, and it really helped my shots come through. So I recommend Jim.
Yeah, my Actors Access, I had a lot more hits and invitations after I got those. So yeah, no, I don't blow smoke for people, so it is what it is.
But don't get me wrong, there are plenty of talented photographers here in Indy that you can go to for your headshots. But my most recent experience was with Jim, and I really liked his work. So please recommend in the comments anybody that you would want to shout out for any, photography skills for headshots.
And speaking of headshots, let's keep that ball rolling, because I know COVID has gotten people stuck in their house and not wanting to do stuff, but I know people are doing things. We know Chandrea just dropped
Home for the Holidays.
What other?
Starring me.
I can't stand her. Starring Nakia, and name a couple of your castmates.
Montez Lafayette, who plays my brother Keith.
My bro, he hates when I say that.
Chandrea Finet, who's the producer, director, and also she played my sister Nicole in the film. We have Miss Tessa Clark. We have Miss Raven. She played Lisa, who was Keith, my brother's bougie girlfriend or wife. I'm bougie. I mean, Raven girl.
And from Taiwan.
Taiwan, who played my crush. Well, actually, he had a crush on me, but we were high school friends, and he came back around. And then Mr. Will Edders, who played my husband Jason, who was giving off some Ike vibes, you know. Oh, and we cannot forget the fabulous Jake Lee, who played the husband of Nicole, who was Chandrea Finay's character.
And I have been looking for Jake since one of our acting classes with Jim too. He's a fantastic. He's one of those. Did not do that, did you? He's a good actor.
Everybody was shocked when his voice was not of the Caucasus Mountains. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They were like,
okay. I can't deal with it. There's zero filter. Just none.
I was just like, that is so funny. We love you, Jake.
You have any other projects coming up?
You got some swag.
Good.
Currently do not have any projects that are prepared, but we do have some things that are in pre-production, like script writing, that we want to get some content out there, and hopefully we'll be bringing it to you soon by this summer. So, cool. Oh, and then this.
Yeah, we'll keep trying to do stuff like this because we just want to come in here and run our mouths. We have opinions about everything, so why not just share them?
I have opinions about everything, and she just makes my opinions look like
no, they don't.
What everybody has.
She makes me think about stuff, which is good. Otherwise, I just be in here like, well, let's go make a cup.
But it's cool though, because sometimes I be needing a little reality check because I be living in my own little bubble, just on Facebook just judging.
Ooh, and not next week. In 10 days, I will be in Dallas, Texas, and I'll be on Making Meals with Mika. So look at that on YouTube. My best friend be cooking her butt off. So if you a little slow in the cooking department and need some help and want to put some pie in your house, check out Making Meals with Mika because she does her thing.
Can she make me
anything?
I need an alkaline inspired dish.
I'm sure she can because she throws down, and she not only does soul food, but she makes healthy look good. She has zucchini boats on her page right now that look amazing, and I love doing her ramen. She has me addicted to ramen, so I'll be guest starring on there next week on my birthday. I think we'll be filming that on my birthday. We also have Naptown District still live and well. COVID has slowed it down, so we're just trying to find a different platform to do it on with Brandon Miner, Jay Fuqua. And that's what Alzheimer's look like. When you can remember stuff from 4, 5, 6 years ago. But I just talked to these people maybe last week, and I can't remember nobody's name. Kelly, look at me. Look at God. Look at him.
Kelly who?
You just had to throw a monkey wrench.
I'm just saying.
There's
lots of Kellys in Indianapolis.
Somebody. She's the cute one with the locks. That does the comedy.
Oh, Kelly Kill.
Yes.
Talk about Kelly Kill on Facebook.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing, Kelly?
She saved me. She threw me through the lions and then pulled me out. So that is coming up, and we have another film with Fernando coming up. That script is in the inbox, and I can't remember the name of it because my memory is going bad. It's like fading. I see the credits rolling in front of my face right now. And Strength to Endure with Don Brown.
I want to work with Fernando.
You do want to work with Fernando. Fernando is one of the few people I work with that actually directs and has a very deep understanding of film. Okay. Very deep understanding.
I don't think I'm friends with Fernando on Facebook, but I will add him as a friend.
Shout out to Fernando. I was introduced to him through Lisa Madewell, who I miss immensely. I love Lisa. That's like 18 now.
Oh, she moved, didn't she?
She did. And don't even worry about it because I'm going to find her because I'm going to move to Georgia. She can't get rid of me.
Ooh, I get to go to Atlanta next weekend from the 14th to the 18th. So any of my ATL friends, hit me up. Hey, Rashida. Girl, I be down there seeing you. So
I meant to, you know what? I like when I hear Rashida's name too. I'll tell her she's the Beyonce of film. She gave me an opportunity to be in, you were just talking about that play with Audrey.
Oh yeah, the lipstick monologue.
Yes, there's so many. And you know what? It was so early on, and she kept telling me to redo my scene because this was before it came on. Like we're audition. I think it was like over the phone video because she wasn't here yet.
Yeah.
And she was like, she kept saying, "Make it your own." And I was like, I think I would just change the inflection of my voice. There's so many things I like to go back and do over that I didn't understand as an actor then that I get now. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just change the inflection of my voice. No, Goofy, no. Do you know it's bad when it takes years for you to understand what somebody is saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I would go back, because we did them by YouTube, and I would upload them so she could see them. And I know now that I look back and I see myself, I see the frustration.
So were you monotone, or?
It wasn't monotone at all. Like, there's definitely there's different inflections and different, you know, pause, but it's just like, it's still not your own. I wish I could go back and teach myself that you could have did that to a song. You could have did that to Drop It Like It's Hot beat. Like, when you know there's so many different things you can do with something, but when you're new to something, it's like you don't give yourself the freedom to do certain things.
Yeah.
So Rashida, 5 years later, I understand.
Yeah.
She needs a do-over.
I love Rashida, and thank you for bringing what is it, Circle City Films?
Circle City Film Festival.
Yeah, that is such an amazing thing for us to have here in Indy. So we really do appreciate you bringing that here to the city.
I hope Rashida really sees herself. Some people don't see themselves. Hope she sees herself, because she's a trailblazer, and she has been since I've known her. She always does. She always tries to do something bigger. She's just like, I'm gonna just do it.
I'm glad that she did not. She moved away from Indy, but she did not move away from Indy, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? She's still very active in the city, and we do appreciate that. Rashida for mayor! Oh, never mind.
You don't want that.
Well, guys, that is it for our live in the living room session. Make sure you tune in for future content.
We were not live. We talked 6 times about editing this film.
It don't matter.
I'm sorry.
It's live right now. So please follow me on Instagram at v.nakiawhite. That's at THEE.NAKIAWHITE on Instagram. And don't forget to follow Banza on Instagram
at Miss Townsend, MYSSTOWNSEND.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye.
Peace.